Hello YouTube. Today on Man Mike's Garage, I'm going to show you real quick how to change an oil in an older Civic Del Sol, which we have here. This was my daily driver for about 14 months. It only gave me one issue. The computer took a crap. I had to send it out, get it repaired. It was like $80. So pretty good car for being 30 years old. And now my daughter has taken over the wheel of it, and it is time to change the oil. So I figure that most people that have these already know how to change their oil, but who knows, maybe somebody young that is just getting into these might not know. So I'll just give you a real quick rundown of what you need to do to keep the engine happy. Stay tuned. Okay, I have the car jacked up with a jack stand. I jacked it up on the driver's side. What you're going to need here is some lights, some rags. Get yourself a pair of rubber gloves. Of course, I have 3 different oil filter sockets, and none of the 3 fit this particular one. So that means we're going to go to the band clamp, and if I can't get it on, the old faithful channel locks will do the trick. Of course, you need an oil pan. Get yourself your oil. I do recommend these Wix filters. I'll drop a link in the description where you can pick one of them up. It'll be my Amazon affiliate link. It does not add any more money to you, and it helps me out a little bit. So without further ado, we'll get over here, and you'll see I have the car jacked up, and see it or not, but there's a jack stand underneath it. We'll get you underneath with me, and we will pull the filter and the plug out and let this thing drain a while. So here we are underneath the car. Here's the oil pan, and it's behind the engine. You have your driver's side axles right here, and then up inside here, get a good shot here. This is your oil filter. It's in the back of the engine. It's not the easiest thing to see. Your intake is the aluminum part that's right above it. So it's kind of tucked in behind the engine here on the back. So that's where she is. We're gonna get you guys set up where you can see it. I'm hoping a little better, but this is tight. Okay guys, I tried my little band wrench, and there's just not enough room up here, so I'm just doing the old tried and true. I've taken more oil filters off with channel locks than probably anything else ever. So, and that's that. Now I know, once you get broke loose like that, you don't need it. You can just use your hand at that point. Okay, now I got my glovies on, and we're gonna work this guy out. Hopefully I have my oil pan where I need it. Unfortunately, it has to be like right where my camera is. Someday I'll get a lift, guys, and this stuff will be so much easier. I just don't know when that'll be. Of course, it's going down the side of the oil pan right now. That's about it. Yeah, I had it splitting hairs there, and a little bit of it came on the outside. Not a lot, just a little. So I'll snake this guy down. And as you guys can see here, I had a Napa Platinum, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is just a Wix filter. Okay, now it's going to be time. I'm gonna clean this up. This is gonna drive me nuts. If you don't clean up a little quarter-size spot of oil when it happens, then you forget about it, and it turns into you just clean it up. I can't take it. At any rate, this drain plug on this particular oil pan is a 17 millimeter. It seems a little big. But I was thinking maybe this might not be the original one, but honestly I don't know. So I'm going to, dang, doesn't want to give up. I know this engine, last I checked, was around midway on the dipstick, and I'm like, well, it's getting close to the oil change. I hate to just dump another half a quart in of good oil, and then this stuff's not cheap anymore. You know this, right? I'm sorry I don't have a ratchet. Normally you break these loose and you can just pop them off by hand. You can look at this oil. It isn't terrible. You can see the sheen in there. It's not pitch black by any means. I've been trying to take a little better care of my stuff. There for a while, it was with my LS engines. I was going synthetic in 10,000 miles, and they weren't minding it. And then I did some research and found out that, like the newer Toyota engines, you don't want to wait 10,000 miles on them. So I think it'd be better to run like a synthetic blend or a conventional and change it every 5 than it would be to go with 10 on synthetic, but that's my opinion. So I'm sure you're probably tired of watching the oil drain, so we'll let this go for probably 15 minutes or so. Make sure we get it all out, and then I'll put the new filter and the drain plug in. Alrighty, it's drained. We'll throw our drain plug back in. Again, on this car, it is a 17 millimeter. Can't promise yours will be. And then I'm gonna wipe it down real good, and then slide underneath here, and I'm gonna put the filter on. Always remember, when you're taking your old filter off, double check, make sure the gasket stayed on that filter. That's the easiest way to tell. Perfect. Get it cleaned. Like I said, your gasket, make sure that part comes off on your old filter. Grab your oil filter, and I already went up in there and I cleaned the spot off. I'm hoping you guys can see this. Just reach up in here, start it, and just spin around by hand, and you'll feel when it gets tight. After it gets tight or snug, pretty much just jam it on there as tight as you can get it by hand, and that's how I leave them then. So I know you guys probably couldn't see that very well, and I apologize. So I'm gonna bring you up inside here a little bit, maybe get a little bit, oh sorry, maybe get you guys a little bit better shot of the oil filter up inside here. So there she is. Like I said, just hand tight, as tight as you can get it by hand. Okay, here we are top side. Here's our oil fill location. Of course, here's our dipstick up front. Clean that off. Don't need to put that back quite yet. This engine takes approximately, we're going to start with 4 quarts. I believe it's right around 4. We have a 5-quart jug here, so I'm going to put around 4 in, give it a quick fire up, get that oil filter primed, because I don't mess around with these ones that sit in there sideways like that. It's just, you know, no fun. It's no fun. So I think we're just gonna leave that just like that. We'll be fine. Oh, well, we're gonna fire it up here. I'll give it a quick bump over here. I was surprised more oil came out of there than I thought. I seen it spitting out, but that's the rust proof the rest of this. You know, ain't gonna hurt anything. It'll burn off before we know. So, jam this off. I'd probably recommend, if you're gonna do these, and put your fill cap in before you do that. But okay, you can see we're just about full. Not quite. Real close. 5 quarts is definitely too much. It's probably closer to about 4 to 4.5. This engine does not appear to burn any oil for me. So, and you'll see here on my card, it has 225,000 miles on it, and there we are, perfectly full. Get a little bonus. Me topping off my antifreeze here. When I bought the car, I had to put a little bit in it. Not quite sure. Wasn't much. We'll go ahead and put a little bit here in the overflow. It may have a small head gasket leak. I do not know. Here's my card for this car now that I'm going to keep. It's got the car, the side I jack it from, the tools I need, and the mileage that I did the last oil change. And on the other side is my part number for my filter. This just helps me keep everything straight. I have 6 cars, and that doesn't even count, you know, all the other toys that have maintenance that is required. So like and subscribe if this helped you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on Mad Mike's Garage.